Today I'm going to talk a little bit about trimming my mesquite trees and what I use to trim it. The STIHL garden pruner, battery powered. It's only rated the 4th best in a survey I saw, and this top rated unit was about half the price. But getting back to the mesquite trees, if you have mesquite trees, you know they grow up and the branches grow down. Without trimming, they look more like a bush than a tree. And in some areas, mine were growing over the fence and on top of roofs. So we need to start making them look like trees. I purchased this at Ace Hardware. Okay, this is the STIHL pruning chainsaw. You push this down and pull the trigger and it goes. Just pull the trigger, it won't go. So that's the safety feature. And there's one on each side if you're right or left-handed. Comes with a rechargeable battery, easily slips in and out. And to see the battery charge, you push that, and that shows how much charge there's left in it. But let's take the battery out, and I'll show you how you take the chain off. You simply unscrew this little thing, and the whole chain assembly comes off. Now if your chain comes off the thing, which happens with most chainsaws, it's such a pain and hassle to get back on. But you'll see how easy this goes back. Just put it back in. Lay it there. Normally I have it laying down when I do this, but since I'm doing the video, I gotta hold it. Makes it a little more difficult, but just put that in place. I'm going to have to lay it down. Let's get the video looking down. So just lay it down. Screw that back on. And of course you've got to put the battery back in. And you're ready to go. Should mention it comes with this biodegradable oil, and you just put that along the chain periodically, and it's good to go. It's just a thick jungle of branches, half of them dead. They go clear down to the ground, but I just keep cutting them off one at a time. Typical branch is about 3.5 inches. That one's only 2, but even this one at 7 inches I was able to cut off. Of course it's only 5.5 wide. The mesquite branches were growing down on top of my chain link fence, breaking it down. And the drooping branches are an eyesore and prevent the grass from growing under the tree. The STIHL garden pruner was rated down in battery life and price. But when I purchased mine, it came with 2 batteries. You press that button, it shows how much battery charge is still remaining. There's easy to replace chains. You can go to any Ace Hardware to get them. You can also buy them online for even cheaper. It received high marks for quality and durability. So perhaps if it lasts longer, that could make up for the difference in price. I also like the fact you don't need to have a wrench and a screwdriver to get in to the chain to clean it or remove it. I also like that I could just get it at my local Ace Hardware and get replacement chains or whatever I needed. But I haven't used any of the other models, so I really can't compare them. But it's been well worth the purchase price. And here's the battery charger. You just plug it in the wall, and then the battery just fits right in that slot. And if it's red, it's charging. If it's green, it's already charged. Up in the mesquites, let's see it take down a branch. Nice cut. After I pulled a branch out from under the tree, I cut off some of the larger branches so it's in smaller pieces, easier to use for firewood or to dispose of. The top-rated unit was charged by plugging it directly in to the chainsaw. So I like the fact that it has a removable battery, and if you run out of power, you can just replace batteries. And I got 2 batteries with my charger initially. Sometimes as you're cutting, the chain sprocket will get full of sawdust, but it's easy to fix. You remove the cover, and like I showed previously, you can remove the chain, and then you just clean it out. Sometimes you can just blow it off. Sometimes you need to use your finger or a little twig to clear out all the sawdust that's built up there. But again, it doesn't require a wrench or a screwdriver. You can just do it wherever you're at and then go back to cutting. And I just really can't emphasize how much easier this is to replace a chain or fix a chain in a full-size chainsaw. Got a lot of mesquite trees. Fortunately, they trim them all with this. Makes a nice little canopy above me. Still some trimming that needs to be done. And the other thing that I'll mention, if you don't want to climb up a ladder, there's an extension pole that comes with it. So you can use that. But just a ton of trees, ton of trimming. The extension pole is an added cost, and I haven't used it, but could be helpful to prevent you from having to use a ladder. So, even though it may not be the highest rated, I've been happy with my purchase. Definitely got my money's worth. Take care.